Lady Lily back with another video, and this is the financial fast day 10, June 12th, 2018. So we are one day away from the halfway point. Get excited. I know I am. So I know some people have inboxed me and they were saying you just really going over the chapters. You really haven't talked about, like, your personal, experience with the fast. So let me just go back and recap a little bit. I don't know if I did this in my prior video, but let me go back and recap. So like over the weekend, I felt like my struggle, I did feel like I had little struggles. Like I said, Friday, I really wanted to buy some of that chicken at the party because I have grown accustomed to, you get paid on payday. You have eat out lunch, or you bring home, takeout that day, or you might eat out over that weekend or something. So that was something that I know I have been accustomed to. And that's been a situation where I have ate out for breakfast, I have ate out for lunch, and I ate out for dinner, all in the same payday. So that was something that I stopped doing like months ago. I stopped doing that because I said, okay, if I'm gonna eat out for lunch, then I won't get breakfast out. Or if we have breakfast and lunch out, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna eat some at home for dinner. So I have worked on that and limiting my like visits to McDonald's. I think that has, well, I know it's been limited through the fast, but prior to the fast, I was trying to like limit like trips to Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's, because those are two places I would be my go-to in the morning to get some some breakfast or something. So but that was it. I did spend money on Saturday. I gotta go back, but it wasn't much, and it wasn't. I was at somewhere I had to pay to park, and I think it was like an hour left on the little city meter. And to avoid me spending money like $50 and up for a ticket, I spent $1 to pay for the last hour on the meter. So I did do that Saturday. Sunday there was no money spent. Monday there was no money spent. And today is Tuesday. There's no money spent. But one thing I did, I forgot part of my lunch. So all I had was salad, some chips, some fruit, a snack cake, I believe. I don't even think I had the snack cake. I had not packed up all lunches I thought I was. And I said, oh boy, I'm probably going to end up being starving to death. But luckily, it was enough to sustain me. The salad, the chips, the little fruit snacks that I had, the fruit I had prior to, it was enough to sustain me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I lost a couple of weight. I don't know if that's due to the fast or me running. I've been running and working out more. So I don't know if that, I'm getting ready for a race that I'm doing on Saturday, a 5K. So, had picked up, doing, runs throughout the week, but I had stepped on the scale today and I lost some more weight, lost a couple more pounds. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if this got something to do with the fast or whatnot. But I will tell you this, you really need to read the book, because I have a friend who's doing the fast with me. She hasn't had a chance to actually read chapters each day, and I told her you really should at least pick up to this point and read the chapters, because that what helps really get your mind going. Because she says she knows, and she tends to spend a lot more money on eating out and grabbing food and snacks along the way. So she said she did notice the difference in that. But she said she don't know how this is going to work, because she's actually going out of town. This upcoming, she's going to go out of town in the next few days. And I'm like, I don't know if that would have, I would have had picked this time then, because, you're going out of town, you're going to spend some form of money. So, I told her I probably wouldn't have picked this week this time frame. I probably would have waited till I got back after my trip and started the fast. So yeah, but let's go ahead and talk about what today's topic was. And she gave us Michelle Singletary in the video, her video. She did give us a warning to say, if you're not married, please don't skip the chapter. So this is called Marrying Your Money. Main point: together as one, you can become better stewards of your money. My pledge: I will work with my spouse to develop a set of rules to govern how we handle our money together. Quote, when you're married, it can't be yours and mine. It's got to be ours. It's often said that money is the main cause of marital discord and even divorce. One major problem with modern day marriages is that people go into the union behaving like roommates and not lifetime partners. Genesis 2:24 says that a man should leave his father and mother and join to his wife, and they should become one flesh. And it's important for all couples should share all financial information. You should not be holding back anything from your spouse, like secret accounts, or you got money stashed in offshore accounts or stuff. That's just something they say on TV. But you should disclose all your information, all your financial information with your spouse. Philippians 2:3-4 says the following: do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. Now look into your own interests, but each of you to the interest of the others. And Earl Wilson said this world would be a much better world if more married couples were as deeply in love as they are in debt. Proverbs 1:5 said, let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. They said every married couple should come up with some house rules. So she gave us an idea of some of the house rules that a married couple should follow in terms of finances. Number 1, agree that neither of you make a purchase above a certain amount. Agree that there will be no financial secrets. Once you're married, once you're married, there should be 2 yeses and 1 no. Join all your finances again, once you marry, you must join all your finances together. They said, again, once you marry, you must act like roommate. Once again, when you marry, you must not act like roommates who live together and separate their financial lives. Luke 14:28 says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? What financial qualities would you like to have in a mate? So that was the daily assignment. So if you was married, they asked you to set aside some additional house rules. And if you were not married, such as myself, they ask you to answer the questions of what qualities would you like to have in a mate. And then they ask you to list what are some of your financial issues that you are facing. So that is that. Tomorrow we'll be at the halfway point. I am really hanging in there. I am faithful to this process. I'm not trying to nickel and dime this process. So yeah. It's been real interesting. I know this is not a food fast, but I feel like it's some of the effects for people who do fast for food and stuff. So it's been really good. I feel like I'm getting to learn a lot more about me. I think it's growing me closer to God. It's allowing me to have quality time with God because I try to read these chapters in the morning before I get my day started. And I pray to God that He gives me strength to continue on this journey. So that is it. That is all. Hang in there if you're doing it. If you're considering taking on a fast. One thing I will say is I gave myself a week and a half to prepare prior to doing this. I did not just jump on there and freestyle. And that's what I would advise people. Give yourself a week or two to plan it out. I wouldn't say just jump in because you might have things that you need to get accomplished financially. And I would say if you got a trip, that's not the time to do it. You should really take a look at some weeks that you really can say, I need to get this done. I was committed to my time frame because I want to do it before the holiday, the 4th of July holiday. And I just felt like this was a good mellow time in life to do it. I think another good time to do this fast would be right after the Christmas and New Year's holidays. You're gonna already, some people might already be broke and I don't want to speak brokenness to anybody's life, but at that point you done spent a lot of money, you've been out all over the place, you probably dog tired. So that, I think January is usually after the holidays is also a good time to do it. But you can do this fast whenever you want to do it. So I'm going to stop blabbing. That is it. That is all. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good evening.